BrianYi. I believe the G stands for godlike.
You want me to say BrianYi instead of BrianYi? I will do that bullshit. All I'm saying is that Shaggy
Don't call
does a
his
really
name bullshit.
I will do whatever I want. Shaggy does a really good job of shutting down Superman because Superman needs the chance to get in, and Shaggy is basically a sword character.
I'll make
Shaggy
this quick.
has these large, slightly, moderately disjointed hitboxes that will keep Superman out, and as much as people complain about loops that Anthos does, Shaggy kills at 40, so I don't really know, you know.
Brian opening up with a very aggressive starter here, 36-10 currently, as Anthos now tries to put a little bit of pressure on, tries to secure that ledge immediately, not allowing for Shaggy to get above it. He does break the defense a little bit, now trying to push him closer to the edge of the map, but it does not. Once again, Anthos is going to keep momentum on his side, putting Shaggy on 91 with Superman up at 85. Shaggy was looking for that elimination with the uppercut, was not quite able to land it, but the projectile of the sandwich along with... Oh, he doesn't land the axe handle.
Oh no!
And Anthos secures that ledge, secures the first stock. 6 minutes left on the clock. Brian could very easily even up this matchup immediately, but the grab from Superman is going to put the pressure back on Brian in order to even up this matchup.
Brian did a really, once again, second stock in a row, did a really bad job of getting back onto the stage. Brian used to having center stage consistently. Able to close out the first stock, but definitely on the back foot with 80, 90 damage on themselves. Now, that being said, Shaggy is one of the best characters as far as racking damage up goes. It might be only second to like Arya, maybe a character like Marvin, the Martian, who has just like really big projectiles. But Brian knows that I am rooting for them behind the scenes, at the very least.
Brian is trying to chip away at Superman's defenses, but again, that huge uppercut that Superman has is able to get that second elimination, and only 50 damage taken for it. Brian is on the back foot here. He's gonna have to come up with something new. Anthos playing it safe again, securing those edges, trying to secure the entirety of the stage, trying to prevent any sort of reset for Shaggy, but he is able to get underneath just about. But again, Anthos, Superman, has an answer for every strategy, goes for it once again, doesn't quite get the elimination. Shaggy's just able to hold on with the super kick, but slowly running out of resources, running out of time.
Taking it to the sky.
I was about to make a reference that there's no way that you would understand. But Anthos is like the best defensive character in the game. Really just playing right outside of Shaggy's range, doing a really good job of understanding the hitboxes, the active times, the lag times of all the moves that Brian's putting out as the Shaggy. And it's kind of rough. Shaggy's finding opening after opening, understanding that it takes one stray side grounded hit and Shaggy will be done. One stray strong hit and Shaggy will be done. Well, Shaggy needs one or two interactions. Anthos killed himself. Uncharacteristically, as we all hold our
Now
breath.
Anthos' game is crashed.
I should grab my best rupees.
I hope not, because if that is the case,
that's what I'm being told.
if that's the case, then we may or may not need to.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, buckle yourselves in. I was hoping to be in bed by now, but here we are.
Okay, real talk. Type 1 in chat if you think CJ is a great caster. Type 2 in chat if you think Quang is a better caster. Thanks.
Right,
We're
ladies
fighting
and-
now. You and I are
Oh.
fighting now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna try and get this connection issue sorted for you as soon as possible. We do apologize. The game is incredibly unstable today. So I we're doing
Did
the
you
best
get
we
my
can.
vote
We're
for
doing the
lack
best
of
we
yap?
can.
That's crazy. As we're setting up for game, I'm unstable. So you should vote for the yap to make sure that that instability is stayed strong and
You
true.
should vote for the yap to make sure that that instability is stayed.
Thank you for agreeing with me, CJ.
I wasn't agreeing, I was quoting.
My
I
yap,
believe
my yap is true. As
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
sorry. CJ is the homie. CJ honestly is beautiful in the fact that CJ isn't able to show their face currently.
I'm able to, I just refuse to.
No. Unable to. Because we're a pre CJ underscore Zephyr debut. I'm excited for it. Lord knows that I'm the most excited for it. Fuck your husband, CJ.
Oh my god.
Explicitly. Because I love you more.
Alrighty, it looks like they are setting up as evenly as possible. We're basically going in a single stock, 100 handicap on both sides. We're effectively going in.
Yeah.
Well, 100 handicap on Brian. Anyway, we're effectively going in where Brian needs to clear an entire stock, and
I respect this.
Anthos is
To be
good. I mean, there's absolute respect here, but it's also
No.
very daunting.
The big thing is that both of them changed skins, right? BrianYi is Butler,
Let's
very
hope this isn't a
popular
never-ending
Shaggy,
battle.
and Anthos is on summer fucking vacation.
See, Brian was already using that skin.
Yeah, because Brian's a gentleman.
But he has-
Anthos thinks that he's on vacation, but as far as BrianYi is concerned, this is work.
Here we go.
He's a proper gentleman. The first person to take the stock gets game one.
Watch out!
So, there we go. Brian secures his first point. Very well done from BrianYi. In that instance, Brian is a point up going into the second game of
I am the greatest
secondary finals.
BrianYi, to quote a tweet that I posted about 2 hours ago.
Ah, yes, this second match isn't gonna count because they're still on the scuffed settings. So this honestly, this has been the most technically broken.
Hope we all meet under
Crash
better
Media
circumstances
tournament?
someday.
Yeah, so
Especially
far.
With, do grammar in the chat.
Oh my god. I
Who wants to celebrate?
We're about to throw some fucking hands. No, I think we are. You're missing a little bit of a apostrophe
Oh my
in that
goodness.
comment. As we attempt losers finals once again. BrianYi going base skin? No, going back to it. Sorry, I reacted a little bit too quickly.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
we are
yeah,
going
active-
into round
You're
2.
actively dodging the interaction.
I'm not engaging whatsoever. Actively going into round 2 now of the secondary finals. This show is still going. I don't care if all the doors and wheels are falling off the car. We're going on a road trip. We're moving. We're doing this.
The bus go round and round.
We've lost our minds here. We've absolutely lost our minds at the commentary desk as BrianYi goes for that initial opening, getting a solid 22, but Anthos immediately has an answer for it now. Goes for another deadly uppercut cycle, and now setting up with the ledge guard. BrianYi is able to get past it on this occasion, trying to avoid that deadly Superman heat vision as best he can. A very good grab from Anthos. The damage is stacking up. Brian 62 up to 67, and now Anthos being juggled in the air goes to 77. Brian is immediately evened this up with an incredible combo.
Ooh, Brian knowing that Superman is aliens, trying to take him on a trip on their favorite rocket ship right now. But Brian needs to stall out a little bit, taking advantage of the charge up make sure that he can stall out a little bit. What a dash in, bringing Superman to 112. That is a jab combo into an uppercut kill that I've ever seen. As it happens, man.
One more time.
CJ, that's crazy.
Coming through.
Absolutely brilliant. It looks like now, yeah, Anthos again trying to play around that edge. Gets an amazing elimination there on BrianYi. As now Brian tries to answer back, trying to chip away at the Superman here, trying to get as much damage as he can. Anthos desperately trying to control the positioning. That is the power of Anthos' strategy here. He controls your positioning and your movement, allows him to set up those deadly combinations, but does get hit by the BLT. A massive strike from Shaggy as he tries to even up the damage now. Anthos is able to slightly climb back, but once again, Shaggy with a back and forth. This is a very even matchup now as they both looking for that second elimination. 5 minutes left on the clock, avoids the grab on that occasion, hits him with a very heavy knee, and now Anthos is in kill range.
Yeah, honestly, Shaggy's also in kill range as long as Anthos finds an opening. It's just not as easy as the jab into the uppercut that Shaggy has. Anthos needing to take control of center stage a little bit more aggressively. But the DI that's coming out of the Shaggy right now is a lot better than Anthos can deal with. I say that as Anthos evens up the stock count 2-2, everybody is on their last foot. I know that Anthos got the opening couple of hits, but this isn't an easy match quite yet for Anthos. It takes a couple more hits to bring the Shaggy up to kill percent, where Shaggy can always look for a kill against the Superman here, as we see that exact sequence, just guessing wrong. BrianYi really looking for that ending move here.
And now, yep, no, sorry, I had a very slight mic issue, but I have fixed it. There we go. Everything's going wrong this stream, it's fine. Superman goes for an incredible grab there as Shaggy desperately trying to play defensive. The next blow could decide this matchup. Superman looking for the chase. They both avoid it. The dodging left and right. The incredible reads on the dodges there. Anthos out of stamina. Shaggy goes for the push. He sees it. He reads it. He gets the elimination. Brian is up a second point.
That was misinput after misinput. We're going right back. Note that both players had the game. And both of them dropped the combo seemingly for no reason other than just pure nerves. And when you're at this level, that is quite literally what it takes to win the entire tournament or drop out.
I'm warning you.
Now going into the third round, still on Sky Arena for this one. And it is Anthos that is going to pick up the momentum very early. Brian absolutely trying to answer back with a combo of their own. The back and forth constantly between these two. It is like a roller coaster with the peaks and valleys that we've got in this matchup. The speed has picked up incredibly. Now it is BrianYi that secures the edge guard. And the knee is able to secure that first stock, taking only 67 damage for his trouble. He does miss the super kick on this occasion. And now Anthos sees the opening, grabs the window, gets an amazing combo, secures the elimination, and immediately the stocks are evened up.
I think it was a good combination from Anthos, but you have to think about the fact that BrianYi called out the Anthos dodge and then called it out again to secure the early lead. That honestly, that lead got neutralized by Anthos' pure prowess. This was what could have been a loop. Anthos decided to go for the reset and was able to even up the stock count. Right now, BrianYi is keeping the Superman in the air, but if you know anything about Superman's good at being in the air. Has those command grabs, as we saw right there. Has these large hitboxes. If you're on the ground, these grounded projectiles. It's really hard to stay safe against a Superman that's hunting for you. He's keeping this as even as possible, despite getting comboed over and over again.
That's exactly it. I think in this matchup it's a case of Superman gets the second elimination. Superman is able to go blow for blow with these massive damaging moves. Shaggy's strength here is the combos and the juggles he is able to execute. But Anthos has an answer for everything. Here comes Brian with that survivability that we see so often from him. Anthos again going for that ledge. Brian trying to get the elimination here. He does. This could still go either way. Shaggy is able to supercharge himself up. Does not land the super kick again. Anthos is able to avoid those incredibly well. There is the deadly combo from Shaggy that we were talking about. There is the bicycle kick once again. Anthos has the answer. Is Brian going to be able to secure the elimination? Anthos dodging incredibly well there. Able to avoid it. Potentially looking for the elimination, which he does. Secures himself a point. Keeps himself in the game.
Nobody will ever know how sick BrianYi's combination was there. And if Brian was quite literally 0.05% better at executing in the moment through whatever lag and disconnectivity or bullshit that he needed to be, it was 0.05%. He closed out that stall. For sure.
We're sure not in Kansas
But
anymore.
because BrianYi dropped the sequence, now we're in a situation where all the momentum is back in Anthos' court. And now the Superman is going to eat up the damage. Now it's 0 to 82. And Shaggy has to be concerned because the jab into down air, into uppercut. Or that. Or whatever that combo was. Easily cleans up the first stock. That's crazy.
Anthos getting an incredibly dominant early lead here, as now Brian tries to answer back. He's now trying to get that edge guard, trying to keep the pressure on Anthos, spending his own resources. Anthos able to create the space though, able to make that distance across the stage to allow himself time to reset, time to breathe, and then immediately comes back in with the aggression. Doesn't decide to follow it up though, is going to play safe on the eliminations here. I think that is Anthos' point of call at this stage in the tournament. He's not going for the follow-ups. He's just securing the damage, securing his position on the stage, and it is forcing Brian to try and break through these defenses. Is he going to be able to, as he desperately needs to avoid grabs like that? Once again, back on that edge, but Anthos has the answer for it now, pushing constantly. Anthos out of a risky position. Brian went for the follow-up this time, but he allowed Anthos to completely undermine him and regain the defensive position, securing a second elimination. 2 stocks to 0, 5 minutes 15 seconds on the clock.
Anthos did a really good job of taking advantage of each time that he uses up a resource in the air. You can see that as Anthos really takes advantage of the fact that he's up 2 stocks to 0. I know 126 loses that stock. stock as I say it
Oof,
because of
that's
who
tough
I am as a person. We're commentating for some back and forth. But Anthos
Firing.
will never
Heading
let
sky
a
high.
point of damage go to waste. That is the kind of player that it takes to be a champion. And Anthos is a champion as far as Crash Media is concerned, and will do it over and over again. That's why he has this leading poke and he's trying to poke and prod the Shaggy here. And as soon as Shaggy is in kill range, you will see that Superman do the jab combo into the kill move. But Shaggy's trying to find the same thing on the Superman.
Absolutely. Brian went for that survival tactic there, but it wasn't enough. The damage was just too severe. Anthos secures a second point on the board. We are going to be going to our 5th and final round in this final series. The winner of this round, the winner of this matchup, will be going to grand finals to face Coco for the $75 cash prize and to be crowned new MultiVersus champion. Everything is to play for here, ladies and gentlemen. Superman versus Shaggy once again returning to Sky Arena. The opening is there, and it is BrianYi with the immediate opening, getting a very nice early 20 damage. When you're going up against someone like Anthos, even the small amount of damage can add up, can give you the momentum you need to push yourself to that final stage. Anthos has an answer for everything though, coming in very strong in the defense, securing that ledge. The uppercut, able to read on on Brian's positioning there, gets a very early elimination 30 seconds into the matchup, and now Brian once again is on the back foot.
That was a call out. That was, he yellow pages that Shaggy movement. Found the page, threw out an uppercut, killed the Shaggy. Now BrianYi has to do the exact same thing, trying to fight back on this Superman. But now it almost feels like Brian is playing a little impatient, just feeling really uncomfortable with being off stage in the air. That really leads Anthos to getting a 2-0 lead in this most important game here. And Lord knows that Anthos has been in this position 20 billion times, and maybe BrianYi just hasn't been that experienced, and just he's playing within his nerves. It's quite unfortunate, but he's able to close out his first stock and just needs 2 more to close out the game.
Absolutely, but the damage may have already been done. Anthos once again securing that edge of the arena. Brian trying to look for maybe a cheeky elimination here. The super kick is not going to follow through. He gives Anthos the window he needs, and there it is, the final blow. Anthos has secured his position in the grand final. He has bested the lower bracket entirely.